Imagine this. You're standing at the edge of the ocean, the water stretching endlessly before you. The air is calm. You close your eyes, take one deep, deliberate breath, and slip beneath the surface. Instantly, the world above vanishes. There are no bubbles, no tanks, no mechanical sounds, only silence. A silence so pure, you can hear your own heartbeat echoing like a drum. Freediving is unlike anything you've ever experienced. It's not just swimming. It's a journey into an alien world, one where a single breath carries you further than you ever imagined possible. Would you dare to take that breath? Would you let yourself sink into the unknown? For some, this is madness. For others, it's magic. At 30 meters below, you're no longer just a person. You become something else. A creature of the ocean, weightless, suspended between the surface and the deep. It's not about holding your breath. It's about holding on to the moment. When you freedive, something incredible happens. Your body, this land-based machine, transforms into something built for the deep. The moment your face touches the water, a hidden instinct awakens. The mammalian dive reflex. Your heartbeat slows down, sometimes by half, to save oxygen. Blood retreats from your limbs and flows toward your heart and brain, protecting your vital organs from the crushing pressure. At 10 meters down, your lungs shrink to half their size. At 30, they're compressed to just a third. That's like squeezing a balloon in your chest, yet instead of panic, your body adapts. It's as if it remembers something your mind has forgotten, that once, long ago, all life came from the sea. Freedivers call this moment the silence point. It's when the fear of running out of air fades and a deep calm takes its place. It's when the real dive begins. You might be thinking, I could never do that. I can barely hold my breath for 30 seconds. But the truth is, you can. Anyone can. Freediving isn't about superhuman lungs or brute strength. It's about learning how to slow everything down. Your heart, your mind, even your thoughts. The secret starts before you even dive. Freedivers use diaphragmatic breathing, filling the belly, the ribs, and finally the chest, layer by layer, like slowly inflating a balloon. It's not about taking the biggest breath. It's about taking the right breath. Then, right before you dive, there's one final inhale. Slow, smooth, controlled. Time seems to freeze, and then silence. The descent feels like stepping into a dream. With each slow kick of your fins, you leave the world behind. Light fades, sound disappears. And suddenly, there's only you and the water, endless in every direction. Think about this for a moment. When was the last time you experienced complete silence? No traffic, no voices, no phones, just your heartbeat and your thoughts. Freediving gives you that. It strips away everything unnecessary. It's a kind of meditation where the stakes are real and the reward is pure freedom. If you're curious about trying it, start small. You can practice on land, lying still, holding your breath, and noticing the moment when your body first tells you to breathe. Most people give up at this first urge, thinking they're out of air. But here's a secret. At that point, your body still has plenty of oxygen left. It's not lack of oxygen. It's the buildup of carbon dioxide triggering a reflex. Freediving teaches you to ride through that wave, to stay calm when your instincts scream otherwise. But freediving isn't just about how long or how deep you can go. It's about where that single breath can take you. There are places in this world that feel like they were designed for freediving. Places so beautiful, they look like something from another planet. Take Dean's Blue Hole in the Bahamas, a vertical shaft of deep blue, dropping 202 meters straight into the earth. It's one of the most iconic freediving locations on the planet, where the best divers in the world test their limits in an otherworldly silence. Or the cenotes of Mexico, freshwater sinkholes that connect to vast underground rivers. Sunlight cuts through the surface, creating beams of golden light that illuminate hidden caverns. Diving there feels like stepping into a cathedral built by nature itself. In Hawaii, freedivers explore volcanic lava tubes and swim with manta rays that glide through the water like underwater birds. The Red Sea, with its technicolor coral reefs and ancient shipwrecks, offers an adventure through both life and history. Even the Mediterranean hides its treasures: sea arches, secret grottos, and caves where the water glows emerald, reflecting the light like polished glass. Each dive feels like entering a story that has been unfolding for millions of years. But the real magic of freediving comes from its encounters with the ocean's creatures. Imagine gliding alongside a pod of wild dolphins. They're curious about you, circling, playing, sometimes matching your every move. With no bubbles or noise to scare them, you feel for a moment as if you've been accepted into their pod. Or picture hovering motionless as a humpback whale passes, her calf beside her, her eye, massive and intelligent, locking onto yours. In that silent exchange, something changes in you. You realize you're sharing space with a creature that has crossed oceans, sung songs, and lived a life completely beyond your imagination. Even sharks, so often feared, appear in a different light. Without the clanging of scuba tanks or the chaotic movement of humans, they are calm, graceful, almost shy. Would you swim with a shark if you knew it would treat you with curiosity instead of fear? Freediving allows you to experience these animals as they truly are, not monsters, but vital parts of the ocean's balance. Yet, freediving is not only about beauty, it's also about responsibility. Once you've seen the underwater world up close, you can't ignore its fragility. Coral reefs are bleaching. Plastic waste drifts through the currents like toxic confetti. Freedivers see this firsthand. They return to the surface not just as explorers, but as advocates. Did you know that half of the oxygen you breathe right now comes from the ocean? It's not just a distant wilderness. It's our life support system. Protecting it means protecting ourselves. And freediving, in its simplicity, reminds us of that connection with every dive. Freediving gear is minimal: a mask, a pair of long fins, a wetsuit for warmth, a simple weight belt. That's it. No bulky tanks or endless hoses, just your body and the ocean. But with this simplicity comes a responsibility for safety. Freedivers train in pairs, watching each other closely. Blackouts and shallow water fainting are real risks, but with proper training and discipline, these risks are managed, and the reward is unmatched. The feeling of becoming part of the sea itself. Freediving is as much about the mind as the body. It's about finding peace where most would panic, about learning to surrender instead of fight. Legendary freedivers like Guillaume Néry describe it as a form of meditation. In one of his record-setting dives, Néry said he felt like he was flying, as if gravity no longer existed. But he also faced near-death experiences, blacking out just meters from the surface, and still returned, because the pull of the deep is unlike anything else. Picture this: You're 20 meters down, hovering in the silence. Sunlight filters through the water like liquid gold. Your lungs begin to ache, but your mind is calm. You start to ascend, slow and steady, each kick bringing the surface closer. Then, light. You break through, gasping, the air rushing into your chest like the sweetest gift. Would you take that single breath? Imagine what you could see: coral gardens, sea turtles gliding like ancient spirits, caves glowing with light, and creatures so graceful they make you forget to be afraid. The ocean is waiting. It doesn't ask for much, only that you respect it. In return, it offers freedom. True, unshakable freedom. This is freediving. This is your invitation. Are you ready to take that breath?